Pardon me? You mean... Yes, my bracelet reacted to his statement about the emblem. He's definitely hiding something big. And I think if we use my talent, we might be able to figure it out. Do I like pizza? Yeah. It's one of my favourite foods. Are you to use that cheat of yours again? Oh, Justice don't know. It's not cheating, Prosecutor Blackwell. Very well. Whether I like it or not, I suppose we should use whatever works right now. Go on then. We have Prosecutor Blackwell's reluctant blessing, apparently. Okay, Apollo, you're up. Here goes then. Detective Fulbright, could you repeat that last statement one more time? What in the world are you up to? Alright, fine. I'll say it as many times as you like. Listen carefully. The Earth emblem is only on the side that you can see when held in the right hand. Oh god, I have to perceive something in this stance. So I don't really see anything. I'm just looking around, I don't see much. I have seen nothing. Listen again. Ah! Wow, that's so small! Jesus, it must only be on the first part then. And I was too busy looking at the other hand. Gotcha! All my favourite foods. Pizza, pasta, curry. That's basically it. The holy trifecta. Detective Fulbright, you might not be aware of it yourself, but... Oh, actually. I'd probably say I have 4. Curry, chili, pizza, pasta. There's no order to them, they're all fantastic. Whenever you say the phrase, the Earth emblem, your left thumb moves. In fact, it appears as though you're running it along the edge of your holster. Mr. Lawyer, I don't have the foggiest notion what you're talking about. Be that as it may, I know it has something to do with the lighter. Let me examine it. But why? You're not making any sense. You can't just... Silence! Be still and do as you're told, Fulbright. If you had nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind them having a look-see, should you? What? Not you too, Prosecutor Blackwell. I'm not sure what this is all about, but if Prosecutor Blackwell insists, then I'll allow it. It must be something important. I will allow the defense to examine the lighter. He definitely seems reluctant. Good, now maybe we'll learn something new. I hope so. Now let's check every inch of this thing. I can actually spin it. Whoa! Oh yeah, prints. The Earth emblem. Examine the emblem. So this is the Earth emblem Detective Fulbright was talking about. See anything noteworthy? Huh? Hey, look at this! The emblem's actually some kind of button. What? A fucking handgun? What? Wow. It transformed. Into something. Is that the 10 cal gun? A handle? A trigger? Is this what I think it is? There's no question, it seems. What you have there is a gun. You don't say, genius. A what? Is that the 10 caliber gun? I don't think we ever found it, did we? A gun. So that's it. Your Honor, please recall this morning's trial when Director Cosmos was on the stand. The bullet that hit the oxygen tank was extremely small. Maybe a 10 caliber. This little compact gun probably takes bullets of that caliber. I was right. It is the 10 caliber gun. Looks like this is a gun that was fired at the scene. A fucking lighter. I'm flabbergasted. The lighter was a gun? So when Detective Fulbright would touch his holster... That's right, whenever he mentioned the Earth emblem, he must have subconsciously thought about the secret behind the lighter. In other words, he knew it was a gun from the very beginning. A lighter that transforms into a gun seems like a spy gadget to me. Oh! It's not the kind of thing any ordinary person can get their hands on. In fact, I'd say it's strictly in the domain of elite spies. Detective Fulbright, you will explain yourself. There's nothing for me to explain. I didn't know the lighter could transform. I mean, it was found in the Space Museum, and then I brought it straight in. I didn't even have time to check it out. Whenever you mentioned the Earth emblem, you touched your holster. You subconsciously did that because you knew it was a gun. Accuse me all you want, but where is your proof? Do you have any evidence that I knew the lighter was a gun? Not exactly. And whose prints are on it? Miss Cykes' prints. It proves that she's the culprit who fired the gun at the scene. Ugh. It would appear that the detective is right. Are you guys really trying to prove your client innocent, or what? Although it pains me to do this, now that we are where we are, I have to make the following assertions. Come from the prosecution side. I'm probably not going to be playing anything else today. Far too busy. I'm only recording this because I want to finish the game. The person who fired the gun at Director Cosmos in the lounge after the incident, and the person Miss Blackwell saw holding the lighter, and the person who murdered Mr. Terran, and the person who bombed the Space Center. I mean, I might, if I have time, but for the most part I'll be just wrapping presents for a good few hours. Are all the defendant Athena Cykes. The prints on the lighter are decisive proof. No! Now do you see? A man on the side of justice couldn't possibly be the culprit. And I think this about sums up Miss Cykes' part in the whole affair. The evidence certainly does seem to point to the defendant's guilt. Do you have anything to say, Prosecutor Blackwell? Evidence is everything in court. Therefore, Fulbright's claims stand firm. But... Calm down, Apollo. He's just saying that because he has to as the prosecutor. Mr. Lawyer, our job is to pursue criminals in the name of justice. You shouldn't cast suspicion on people based on something as dubious as a habit. In fact, you have a bad habit of showing up in court with an awful case of bedhead. Says the man who wears sunglasses at night. If it's proof you want, it's proof you'll get. I'll prove that this lighter is not Miss Cykes', but yours. Sounds like you've hit on something, Apollo. It's just, if the prints on the lighter are the basis for accusing Athena, I think we should reconsider the credibility of the evidence itself. You mean, you think this lighter might be forged evidence? That's right. It could all be part of Fulbright's bigger plot. I think I just called him Fulbright. Subconsciously. Fulbright, whatever. Did he do anything out of the ordinary while I was off on my own? Yes. He was acting strange the entire case. I can definitely think of a few things. It is indeed. Have a look at this. What's this? A lighter? Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. He had the fingerprint data on him, and he said he didn't have time to check it. Ah yes, I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. Oh. If we assume he's been laying a big trap for us all along, there's got to be something off about this piece of evidence. What's wrong with the lighter as a piece of evidence? The owner of the prints, how the prints were left on it, where the prints are on it. The owner of the prints. Are they really Athena's fingerprints? They definitely matched her print data. But what about the data itself? Detective Fulbright, you were the one who provided us with the lighter and print data. Isn't that correct? Yes. What about it? You say Miss Sykes' prints matched the print data. But I have to wonder, was the data you used official? Mr. Wright, are you suggesting that the evidence might have been fabricated? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's re-examine the prints. Using the official, sanctioned print data of the people involved in this case. What? You dare insult the epitome of justice and integrity? There's no need for such antics.
Silence.
Your Honor, I lend my voice to the defense's request. You must allow the test to be rerun. Very well then. Bailiff? Okay. It appears that the official data is here. And the results? Bloody hiccups. It's just as the defense claims. This proves that the prints on the lighter do not belong to the defendant. Oh, shit. Yes! Oh, we're so happy. A little victory. The prints actually belong to the victim, Mr. Clay Terran. So a lighter that can transform into a handgun, it's Clay Terran's fingerprints and blood on it. They were Clay's fingerprints on the lighter. I see. Come to think of it, wasn't it you, Fulbright, who collected the victim's prints? I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity, after all. When you took the deceased's fingerprints, you could have easily planted his prints on the lighter with his blood. After which, you wiped the blood off of his hand. By your own admission, you were also the one who compiled the phony print data. All to put the blame on Miss Sykes. This ploy must have been to distract us from the Phantom who was behind everything. You were out to create the impression that the Phantom wasn't the true culprit. So does this mean Detective Fulbright really is the Phantom? Remember the killer's escape route? No ordinary person would have been fearless enough to attempt it. Nobody but the Phantom, the man with no emotions, could have done it. Detective Fulbright, you were the only one who could have used that escape route. Fulbright, are you really the Phantom? Answer me, also help me, I will slash you to tiny slivers where you stand. Alright, I'll talk. I confess. I'm not the Phantom.
Silence.
That's not the confession we were after. It's all over, now be a man and admit it already. But I'm not a spy. I'm an undercover investigator. I've actually been after the Phantom myself. An under-the-cover investigator? That sounds less than wholesome to me. A person who hides his identity and secretly investigates in order to uncover information. And that's what you really are, Fulbright. That's right. I was working to track down the Phantom. But sadly, even though I was supposed to catch the spy ended up catching me. He took my family hostage and forced me to cooperate with him. What?
Objection!
You're telling us this now? But if what you say is true, then who was the mysterious person Miss Blackwell and Mr. Starbuck saw? It was the Phantom, I tell you. All I did was help him by having that emergency ladder lowered for him. I don't believe you. Then how do you explain the fabricated lighter? That was also one of the Phantom's demands. Being the detective in charge of the case, it was easy for me to fabricate evidence. Pinning the crime on Athena Cykes was just another one of the Phantom's orders. And you expect me to buy that? Fulbright, what was the Phantom's ultimate objective? I was told it was to sabotage the rocket launch. Someone who didn't want the launch to happen must have given him the order. Actually, I have to apologize to you too. The Phantom told me to get close to you. He ordered me to get back that psych profile you have on him. So, he sent a buzzard of his own to tail me this past year, did he? I haven't been a champion of justice. I've just been a pawn of evil. A pawn of the Phantom who stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Cykes 7 years ago. Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top-secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all. With the ceiling blown off, I suppose you are vulnerable to a sniper's shot in this courtroom. Just 2 seconds ago, Fulbright was treating Athena like a criminal. Does he really think he's going to lie his way out of it now? But on the surface, everything does seem to make sense. This could be bad, Mr. Wright, if we can't find a flaw in his logic. He's right, after we've come all this way, we can't let Fulbright wriggle free now. There, I finally told the truth. Now I hope you see how foolish it was to think I was the Phantom. Oh, that's a serious expression. You're an intelligent man, Prosecutor Blackwell. You believe me, right? I believe you. I don't think you're the Phantom. What? How can you say that? Prosecutor Blackwell, it's obvious he's the Phantom.
Silence.
Evidence is everything, right or no? And you must admit, there's no clear evidence that Fulbright is the Phantom. Yes, as I recall, the only solid proof we've seen up to this point is the fact that Detective Fulbright fabricated evidence. But... I regret. I've known Fulbright here for a year now. And all this time, he's been quite intent on rehabilitating me. I don't believe his efforts were a lie. Prosecutor Blackwell. This fool truly thought he could reform a death row inmate like me. He went so out of his way in his efforts for me, he actually became quite a nuisance, really. Prosecutor Blackwell, you believe me? Please tell me Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't really been taken in by this big phony. However, even if it was against your will, you still act as the Phantom's accomplice. You will have to pay the price for that. Boom, 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 boom. Throw yourself at my mercy, and don't you ever betray me again. Have you got that? Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Such a bond of trust is a rare and beautiful thing. In any case, it looks like everything has been resolved. I can now hand down a not guilty verdict with confidence. Very good. I'm glad to hear it. It's all over. Everything's been cleared up. And Miss Cykes will go free as well. Mr. Wright, we can't let the trial end here. If we do, the Phantom, the man who killed Clay, will get away. I know, but... what do I do? I don't have any proof that Detective Fulbright is the Phantom. Is this it? Is he going to get away just like that? Now, if you'll excuse me, my next investigation awaits. And with that... I'm off. Oh. Who was that? Athena! The defense... No, wait. Not the defense. The defendant feels it's not time for a verdict yet and would like to see this trial continue. What? But I was just about to declare you innocent of all charges. It just doesn't feel right to be standing here. Hey Apollo, think you could scooch over? Wait. Hey, this is cool. Athena, what are you doing? Hope you don't get held in contempt of court. I have some questions for you, Detective Fulbright. Are you relieved that you are no longer under suspicion of being the Phantom? Are you grateful to Prosecutor Blackwell for what he's done for you? Of course I am, and I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. Athena, where are you going with these questions? I think I know. If he doesn't display any emotion, then he's the Phantom. I have yet to hear a single emotion behind any of Detective Fulbright's words, boss. There we go. The suspicion against him has been cleared up, but he's not feeling happy at all. What? Does that mean... There's only one person. We may not have any evidence, but the heart doesn't lie. That's it. With your special ability, we just might be able to stop him. Your Honor, the detective has been deeply traumatized by our accusations. Yes, well, even before all this, I thought he was a rather odd fellow. If he doesn't get counselling right away, who knows what may happen to him? What the fuck? Prosecutor Blackwell, can you believe the nonsense the defense is spouting? Is he gonna be on our side? Fulbright. I think you'd better have that counselling. Not you, too. You've been making batty remarks ever since you were accused of being the Phantom. Such as, you're an undercover investigator, and your family has been taken hostage. I fear you might have finally lost it. But I thought you believed me.
Silence.
Was it just a ploy? Oh, how you amuse me so. What's going on here? That was an excellent bit of psychological manipulation just now, Simon. Oh! I knew you would catch on, Athena. Huh? Mind filling me in here? Guess we left you in the dust, huh, Mr. Wright? Simon was only pretending to believe Detective Fulbright. Because he knew I'd notice if there was a lack of emotions, like joy or relief, in his response. So he gave me the chance to take a listen. And listen I did to the voice of Detective Fulbright's heart. What? You two are working together just now? Oh, that's cool. Come now, Athena. Show us what's inside Fulbright's heart. You got it. Time to check the instant replay. Widget, mon ami, let's do this. Haha, I was not expecting them to be working together. There it is, no emotion. So thank you for believing in me, Prosecutor Blackwell. I'm an undercover investigator, but the Phantom was coercing me. He stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Cykes 7 years ago. I'm a bad person for cooperating with such a man. But he took my family hostage. What else could I do? No emotion. Even with all his over-the-top expressions and gestures, he's registering no emotion at all. It's just like I thought. And right in line with the Phantom's psych profile. Detective Fulbright, this lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom. What the fuck? Whoa! Hey, what's going on? Wait, hold it. What do you think you're doing, Detective? Me? I'm not doing anything. He's trying to hack into the Moon Matrix program. I can't do anything with it like this. So he has a fancy gadget. Fancy device you have there, but I'll tolerate no cheating, thank you. Sorry about that. As an undercover agent, I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking. More like, as a spy. Thanks, Prosecutor Blackwell. There. Now that you can't hack me anymore, I dare you to try to hide your lack of emotions from us. Lack of emotion? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings. As a matter of fact, you've wounded me very deeply with that accusation. What's going on? All of a sudden I'm getting an overwhelming happy reading. Huh? But he's literally crying as a river over there. Oops, my mistake. How about this? So now he's angry. Now he's angry all of a sudden? What's he trying to pull? Like as not, it would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. It's just as it says in Dr. Cykes' profile of the Phantom. The subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. Oh, I get it, so he has some emotions, right? Precisely. Which leads me to wonder why you can't sense any emotion from him at all. I believe it's most likely because he is controlling his emotions. Very good, Prosecutor Blackwell. You are correct. It's the result of my daily training. A very important skill for us undercover investigators, you know? More like for us spies. Seriously. But I wonder why he suddenly showed several strong emotions. Wait a minute. I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, Detective. A feeling I'm trying to hide? That's a good one. You're the ones who have been saying I'm the Phantom because I don't have any emotions. I was just trying to show you the range of deep emotions I truly possess. Then you have no objections to me analysing you, right? No, analyse away. But I will state it again, I am not the Phantom. And be forewarned that your analysis will have no effect, because you're about to see what an undercover agent can really do. Oh Jesus. Me, the Phantom? No way. Oh god, his emotions are all over the place. I'm so sad. See, I told you I have emotions. How dare you accuse me of being someone who would kill over a moon rock? Oh! His sadness isn't changing. I do regret cooperating with the Phantom, of course. But I'm so glad this whole misunderstanding is cleared up now. Yeah, the sadness does not change. Not one bit. I found it. I found the one emotion you're truly feeling. What? Hidden in the middle of that chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. When you talked about the moon rock. You felt a fear that wouldn't fade. Fear? Or fear, huh? A fear that a man with hardly any emotions feels, huh? And it was a response to that moon rock. Detective Fulbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moon rock because you lost it, you failed to steal it. What happened when he killed Mrs. Cykes? Was he holding the moon rock? Well, he got attacked toward the right-hand side of the room. I'd say his identity would be revealed. Of course. That's it. Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top-secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. This case is about the Phantom after all. Okay. Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You are afraid that the moon rock will somehow reveal your identity. Pardon me. If his identity... Oh god, hiccups. If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even the Phantom feel afraid. Me? Afraid? I don't know what you're talking about. So, there really is something about the moon rock that would reveal his identity. Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't so much steal the moon rock, but more like he had to take it with him. Because there was something on it that would reveal his true identity. Like blood. Now what? You just left. Where do you think you're going? Me? I'm not going anywhere. Is it just me, or was he going to use that weird watch thing to try to get away? How many more of those toys does he have? And where can I get myself some? Detective Wright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection with the moon rock? In justice we trust, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid? Don't make me laugh. Dear. What was that just now? But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analysing a case from the psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth. It's all just a waste of time. All your efforts at analysis serve no purpose.